You so much, I hold on to those things. I take those home with me. I don't just play a concert and go back into that bus right there and just go put on TV and not think about you. I think about the stories we've heard, the stories from parents losing kids to suicide, or kids losing parents to suicide or drug overdoses or whatever it is, or falling away from the church when you've been in church your whole life. And so I think about those things, and I stopped maybe talking about it to other pastors that I have in my life. And it became too much for me, and I ran to a bottle. And I started drinking as a lead singer of a Christian band that's known, you know. And so if I get found out, man, it's bad for all of us. But I was struggling with alcohol, and I never meant for my kids to see their daddy. They were, you know, little kids, and they looked up to me a lot, a whole lot. And Blaise was a teenager, you know, and so he's looked up to me his whole life. And now they see their daddy doing a concert and then going back to a bus and drowning out my pain because I wanted the pain to stop. I'm ashamed to tell you this. And so my wife Lori was praying for me, and she never saw me as the person who drank. She saw me as the person who cares about other people and is in love with Jesus. I was just struggling to put the bottle down, man. And finally I came to a place where I knew I had to leave it behind, and I didn't know how because I was struggling bad with it. I don't even want to tell you how much I was drinking. Yeah. But it messed my liver up to the point that they only gave me a couple of years to live. And that's been years now, by the way. And I'm here, and I know that it was God. But anyway, so I was writing this song for the new record. We have a new album coming out in September, and we just released our Death by Admiration album in 2022. But we're trying to get you as much. We got a lot to say, you know, and so we're just putting it all down. But anyway, this song, A Bullet Meant for Me, started off with no title, and Blaise sat down, and I was telling him, man, I haven't talked a lot. Every now and then I'll talk about my alcoholism as a lead singer of a Christian band. But I locked myself in a room, and I told my wife, if I can't put the bottle down in a few days, I'm going to check myself into rehab. And I don't care what anybody says about me. I don't care what Twitter trolls say about me. I don't care what Facebook says about me, or even the Christian community. You're going to have your husband back. My kids are going to have their daddy back. And I'm going to go back to serving the Lord with my whole heart. And so anyway, the first day was horrible. The second night was worse. Remember, we talked about sitting through the pain, and it's not worth it if you don't believe there's hope on the other end. Well, I believed there was hope on the other end. So even though the second night was even worse, the third day I started feeling better. And day 4, I was healed. I was healed. My body didn't hurt. I didn't have cravings for alcohol. I was healed, and I haven't touched it, and that was years ago. But I still live with the fact that I've hurt my family. Even though my kids have forgiven me, they've never stopped looking at me as their hero. My wife has always been there by my side. But anyway, I was writing this song, and I was talking about being numb, using alcohol to numb myself because of the pain. And my son made, a reference and a comment that hit me hard. He said, "Daddy, you may not have felt anything, but we felt every shot." And dude, it made me see it in a different way. And so this song, A Bullet Meant for Me, is the cover art has an empty room, and then there's a portrait above a couch, and it has a family, and they have laser sights on them, and the dad has a gas mask and a bulletproof vest. He's protected, but the family is not. And so anyway, but it's an illusion. He's not protected either, to tell the truth. But anyway, this is A Bullet Meant for Me.